Hold on, let me make sure I get the right. There you go. Tampa Bay Sun captain on the program, Jordyn Listro with us. What's going on? How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, I listen. When I'm up there in North Carolina and they're like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "I'm keeping an eye on my son right now." I mean, to see where this team has come from. And listen, I interviewed you before I think you guys even had a name. And now you're at the point where that you are one win away from winning the inaugural championship in the USL Super League. Like, how can you put that into words for me if you can?
I mean, it's surreal, honestly. But we could see that. Like once we got into the spring season, we just saw every week that we were getting better and better and better, and everything was kind of falling into place. And so we've been doing a great job individually and collectively. And yeah, we have one more to go.
So what was it like knowing that, because by all accounts, I think a lot of the belief was, all right, you're probably going to have to go play this championship game on the road. And then here comes Fort Lauderdale and they win. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh, wait, we're hosting this game Saturday night at the Riverfront. Like, what was that like to see that going? Not only are we playing for the championship, but we're playing on our own home field. That's got to be special.
Yeah, to get the win against Dallas at home was huge. But I mean, we all were like, okay, this was our last game in front of our fans. And then yesterday we were all in our group chat, like, okay, we were packing our bags. Yes, we're going to North Carolina, and then Fort Lauderdale scored, and we were like, okay, here we go. It's what we wanted. We want to be at home in front of our fans and our families. So, yeah, we're just so excited and so ready.
What you mentioned that it turned and the spring season was so much different for you, but what, as far as, was there any mindset, what changed with the group knowing like, hey, you were kind of on the border of like, are you going to make the playoffs, you're not going to make the playoffs, and then it just seemed like every single time you guys were out there, you were picking up results, you're picking up wins, you're picking up points, and it was like, oh snap, like they're not just winning, like they're on a little bit of a streak here. What was there, a mindset change? Was there a realization that you could do it? Like, take us through what shifted for you gals.
I think everything just started to come together in training too. You could see us getting better and gelling more as a team and figuring out, each other on the field. But for sure, there was a mentality shift. I mean, we know that we can score goals. So even if we get scored on first, we know that we can come back and win games. And you've seen that throughout the spring season. So now it's not, we're not nervous when we get scored on. It's like, okay, we'll just get another one. So I think that mentality has been huge for us.
What about yourself? I mean, there is and they always say, heavy is the head that holds the crown. And, you're wearing the captain's armband, right? And there's something different about that, I think, in soccer that maybe, if our fans out there that are watching don't necessarily know, like it's, hockey, you have the C, you have a couple guys wearing the A. So it's a very proud thing to be able to wear the C for hockey, but you also have an assistance and it's a little bit more of kind of a leadership council. When you're wearing that captain's armband, it's you. You're the one talking to the refs. You're the one. I mean, what does that mean to you to be able to know that you're the one, like you're the captain of this team? Like this is the first women's professional sports team in Tampa. Like I said this to you the first time I met you. Like people are always going to remember you. And I don't know if you realize that now, but when 100 years from now, there's going to be little girls playing soccer going, yeah, my grandma's favorite player was Jordyn Listro back in the day. Yeah, 100 years from now, you and I won't be here by then, but people are going to look back like in the annals of history, and they're going to say that Jordyn Listro was the captain of our Tampa Bay Sun. Like, what does that mean to you, and how has your responsibility changed over the season?
It's a huge honor, honestly, and I don't take it lightly every single game. I mean, I want to win so bad for this city and just for this group of girls. I've said it a million times, but we have such a special group of people, and we didn't want the ride to end early because, we're never going to be the same 25, 26 players ever again. So, yeah, we wanted to make our mark and we want to win the whole thing. But yeah, I think in the last game too, I just knew that when it was getting close to the end, like I needed to give everything I had vocally too, there were subs and I needed to encourage them and make sure everyone was locked in, because it's easy to switch off for those last 5 minutes thinking that, we have it in the bag, and then they get one lucky free kick and the ball goes back in the net and then we're in overtime. So yeah, I just told myself to just give absolutely everything I have, and I plan to do that for the next game as well.
Yeah, no doubt about it. We all believe that you're going to be, on the forefront of everything. That's the scary part. And people say when they look at soccer, and you may not be a huge fan out there, I'm sure you are now if you watch the show. But when it's a 1-0 game or a 2-1 game, it sometimes it comes down to a corner, right? Comes down to a free kick. Oh, you're controlling possession. You got possession 70% of the time, and all of a sudden somebody has a foul just outside the 18-yard box, and then all the alerts go right. Everything goes like, oh my goodness. So to be able to have that fortitude and to be able to have that strength, it's amazing. Who are some of the players that you think that have helped in the last couple of just weeks to be able to kind of send this in the right direction, because the roster is different from the beginning. Obviously, Erica's not with you guys anymore, and the roster has changed a little bit. I mean, who are some of the players now that have kind of like changed the tide for the team over the last couple of weeks or so?
Yeah, I think everyone in their own right has. I mean,
Mm-hmm.
individually, everyone has performed to the best of their abilities, and you can't ask for more because that makes the biggest difference. When everyone's on, the whole team is on. So I think you see that in our forward line. I mean, they're relentless, taking shots, crosses, scoring goals, taking players on. So our entire front line has been incredible. Flo, Marcelo, Carly, I mean, incredible. And then our midfield, I mean, Jade helps me in the leadership role as well. And keeps me calm and sane. So he's great to have.
Wait a second. Keep you calm and sane. You seem so mild mannered and so even
Oh, that's
keel.
crazy.
What is it? So give me a peek inside the craziness of Jordyn Listro then.
Oh, I don't know. I get rage sometimes on the field and just
it's
go
it's
crazy.
always the quiet ones you got to worry
Yeah,
about. Oh my god.
definitely. And I'm just really hyper sometimes. And like, I mean, those last 5 minutes of the last game, I was screaming on the top of my lungs. So yeah,
Really?
yes. But no, she keeps me calm and yeah, keeps my head in it for sure. And then Tosh Flynn, I mean, has shown up time and time
Yeah.
again for us, like in the moments that we need it most. I couldn't watch her PK, but I knew she was going to score, but I still couldn't watch it because I was so nervous. But of course she did. And then our back line, I mean, they've been rocks, like Paige and Dory sprinting up and down the flanks, and then Viv and Brooke Hendricks have killed it and just been solid. And then Orcus stepped up again. So yeah, I mean, everyone has just been on it, and it's so nice to see.
So when does this competitive side come out in any other times? Like, I mean, your husband, who again, my favorite golfer now, wearing the Alex
Oh,
Killorn jersey, and then
so
I had to bring it up, but Christian DeMarco, if you guys haven't seen the video of him walking with Alex Killorn jersey, again, unbelievable. It's such a great video, and it's so funny that your comment, you're like, no, go Leafs, go, which is
yeah,
so hilarious.
especially at home in Toronto. Come on, don't be disrespectful.
He's sleeping on the couch, Christian. Sorry,
Yeah.
buddy. But what can he tell us? Like, when do you get competitive during board games? When you decide what to have for dinner? Like, when does
Oh,
that come out outside of the football, off the football pitch?
always. My sister even will tell you when I was a kid, I had to cheat to win any board game, any game, or I would be miserable for the whole day. And he knows that. My husband always says, like, it's not a competition, Jordyn. Like, it's okay. I'm like, no, like, it is. Like, I need to win this argument or I need to win this. So, yeah, he knows that. But I don't know. The other teams have been chirping at me lately, saying I'm
Really?
pretty psycho. So, yeah, I don't know. They've seen it too lately.
So what are they chirping? Are they chirping about you're going crazy, or are they chirping about
Yeah,
other things?
I think the red card gave them, just some great things to talk about. So that's what I've been getting lately, but it's
Oh,
okay.
so they're trying to like urge you on to get another one. They're trying to see if they can prey on your emotions here.
Yeah, maybe, but it's okay.
You got to balance it out. I'm not worried about it. It's the quiet ones you do have to worry about. So who wins the argument at home? Like dinner, or what you're going to watch on TV? Who wins those arguments?
Dinner is for sure me. I take dinner very seriously. I'm a foodie, so I
Yeah, we've
usually
talked about that before. I
yeah.
should have known that answer.
And TV I really don't care about, so I'll let him win that. He is definitely more of a TV person. I don't really watch that much TV, so he can watch whatever he wants.
What does he watch? Is he a sports guy? Is he a Netflix guy?
Everything. I mean, that man gets a new series every week and is on the plane watching episodes on episodes. And I'm texting him like, "Oh, you get the Wi-Fi? You flight going well, locked into a TV show. So yeah.
How was that balance too, Jordyn? I mean, with obviously two professional athletes and a lot of traveling, a lot of work because you're both still playing. How was that schedule? How was that communication? And like, because it's you guys are both like really performing at a high level.
Yeah, it's awesome. I mean, we both really motivate each other every single day, and I wouldn't be here without him, and I think he'd say the same about me. But it was so nice last week. He was in his first PGA Tour event, and I mean, you couldn't have written it better. It was in my hometown of Toronto, so my entire family got to go watch. His parents flew in, and both of our families were there watching him. Unfortunately, I couldn't be there, but yeah, it's just special. And so then he flew back for our semifinal game. So it's so nice to have him in the stands. And then both of our families will be there this weekend. So yeah, it's just a great time right now for us. So very
Yeah,
grateful.
unbelievable, man. We're just so proud of both of you, obviously. And the USF ties were obviously great too, as well. And you mentioned Sydney Nasello because I remember interviewing her when she was at USF, and you have Coach as well. I mean, how great is that to be able to have so many people here from the Tampa Bay area? It's one thing, when you have people and you're representing the Tampa Bay Sun, but when you have that extra tie-in with the Bulls. I mean, what is that like to be able to have green and gold fans to be able to come back and, people that were cheering you on there for the Bulls and now here for the Sun?
Yeah, I mean, we love the support, but it just means something so much more that we have such a connection with this city. And I don't know, every time we're down a goal, I can like feel the pain physically. And so I think she feels that it's true. And I think she feels that way too. Denise feels that way. And then obviously playing for our college coach is something that I'd never thought I would get to experience. So there's just so many emotions in that as well.
What are the next couple of days like? I mean, obviously, I'm sure you're like me. If you could snap your fingers, it'd be Saturday and the game would be here. What is the focus? What is the idea for these next couple of days? Because obviously, I'm sure I don't want to put words in your mouth, but you probably don't want to make too much of it. You just probably practice just like you would any other week. But it's a lot easier said than done when you know what kind of lies at the end of the road there.
Yeah, I think just keeping everything as normal as possible and just the same routine. And that it makes it nice that we're at home because we can just continue the same thing and act like it's just a regular game. So yeah, we have training tomorrow, night training Wednesday, and then off Thursday, pre-game training on Friday, and then we go Saturday. So same type of schedule, not changing anything, doing all the right things recovery wise, and we'll be ready to go.
If you could script out Saturday, how would it go? Would it be a close one? Would it
No.
be it would 3-0, nice and easy kind of thing? Life is not like that, but I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
go.
I would love to get on the board first and have it be a 3-0 win because it is so much so much stress trying to hold a lead, such a close lead, or especially when last game we got scored on first. It's like, okay, come on, we really need to dig deep here. So yeah, a clean sheet and a 3-0 win would be delightful.
And maybe get on the scoreboard. What do you think?
Oh, yeah. I mean, last time we played Fort Lauderdale, I did. So you better make sure that you're not watching in that very moment. So again, and yeah.
I mean, and before I let you go, I mean, just to talk about this entire season, I mean, what would you change? Is there anything you would change about this? I mean, you were the first person that I think get interviewed as a member of this team. And just to be able to be and see going from last calendar year to now, like, oh my God, it's June 9th. I mean, could you have scripted this anything better with an opportunity on Saturday to make history?
I mean, no. Would it have been nice to win the league and win the Shield? Yes. But I mean, this is where it all matters. And to be at home in front of our fans, I mean, to bring the championship back to Tampa would be incredible. So, yeah, we're going to do our best.
Well, it's Tampa Bay for a reason, and it's not
Yes.
Champaranto or whatever. That would be. I had to throw the dig in there for the Leafs.
Oh,
I mean,
God.
all right. I'll ask you a Leafs question before I go. Do you think Mitch Marner comes back to the Leafs next season?
I don't think so.
You think he's done for?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if he shows up for the big moments, but I like him. But
He seems like a good player.
yeah.
Not in the play. And you know what's funny? Nobody's talking about this, but John Cooper's like favorite player outside of the Lightning players are Mitch Marner. So if the
Yeah.
Lightning make a big trade, maybe they open up some cap room and bring Mitch Marner here. You never know. He
Maybe
sees
I'll
all
be a
the
Lightning fan.
nah, I don't know about that. It's going to take a lot more than Mitch Marner. If your husband's walking around with an Alex Killorn jersey and that doesn't even do it, what would it take for you to switch allegiances from the Leafs to the Lightning?
Okay, first of all, Alex Killorn is Canadian, so that's like it's okay. I didn't love the jersey choice, but it's okay that he's supporting a Canadian.
Okay.
But no, nothing will make me switch. I mean, I'm a Leafs.
I thought when you started that there was going to be like, all right, well, if this, and happens, you said that about Killorn, you're like, no, there's nothing.
Yeah,
like,
no.
Not
We're
going to happen.
crazy, Toronto fans are crazy about hockey, so I don't think you'd switch anyone.
So Toronto, you're a Toronto fan, Toronto native. So you would rather the Oilers win, because we were talking about this yesterday. You'd rather the Oilers win over the Panthers? Is that where your Canadian over US allegiance comes? Or is it like, no, if it's not the Leafs, I don't want any team? How does that go?
No, I definitely would choose a Canadian team first, but actually my best friend's brother-in-law is Zach Hyman, and he's on the Oilers.
Okay.
So I'm definitely rooting for the Oilers now.
Yeah, it's funny. Somebody asked me that the other day. They're like, oh, you want Florida, right? Because you're American. And I'm like, no, I don't like the Panthers at all. They're one of the Lightning's biggest rivals. Like Connor McDavid win. I don't really care about the U.S. Canadian stuff. So it is what it is. So we're on the same page when it comes to that. And it sucks that Hyman is hurt. So hopefully the Oilers can win it for him. And would you say your best friend's brother-in-law?
Yes.
There you go. That's pretty good. Unbelievable. Jordyn Listro, captain of our Tampa Bay Sun. Thank you so much for making so much time for me the last couple of months. You know, I support you and the crew. I'm so happy that you're at this point and you have an opportunity to, you already have made history, but to be able to play in the first ever championship game. Great things happen to great people. There's not many better than you. Give my love to Christian and the entire family. And see you guys out there Saturday night. Best of luck to you and the Sun.
Yes, thank you so much.
Got it. All right.